We live. We're live.
Oh.
We're live right now. So you didn't make a graphic for the one topic. And we wasted extra time to make sure you had graphics.
Put it on this.
For the time. Put it on the super producer, Joel Hood, right
What?
And run the graphics on
your
yourself.
one topic
Run the graphics on yourself.
that we said we were going
Run
to
the
do.
graphics on yourself.
You're telling me we don't have a graphic on because you weren't prepared. Well, we went late.
That was
we
last
went live
minute.
late.
Last minute.
Oh, you mean
this now I'm looking at it like,
what time do we think I sent that message at? Was that about 5:30?
Oh, I forgot.
2 hours ago.
What time is that right now? What time is that?
7:33.
All right, man. Go ahead. He got to run the credits on himself, so go ahead. Let's do it.
Super whack producer over here.
Let's go.
He's a super
whack
non-producer.
producer. These. Oh. What you say that?
Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love to another edition of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. We got the squad in the building. Yeah. As always,
The non-producer.
a producer, Joel Holt.
producer.
Of course, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC. And Mr. Drew Better, if you knew better, you do better. Say who better?
Nobody, bro.
I almost said Mr. Two Letters because of the conversation we had there. That was got to be careful with that guy.
Yeah, no two letters.
If you follow him on social media, follow at your own risk. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's great.
A lot to get into on today's episode as we got some good news on the possibility of Al Harris. It seems like he's not going anywhere with
Bring him back.
the
Reel him
final
in.
job being done. Is it too late for Trey Hendrickson, which is a topic that Joe realized that we needed to do? And which Bears in free agency have to be re-signed? All that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Boys, what's going on? How you feeling, man? Everybody good?
Rejuvenated, man. I'm
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, because you had a nap.
I had a 10-minute nap. That's right.
I don't know about 10.
What, 5?
It might have been 12.
12? Hey,
Possibly 15.
I'm good.
Maybe even 20. I've got a full video. The video will be out on social media
I know you didn't.
following
You blackmailed me. That's
this
all right.
live stream.
That's
But
all right.
no, it's okay, man.
What's
Everybody
going out
good?
there,
Everybody
guys?
good?
I'm great.
Everybody good?
I'm great.
A little bit of news on today's episode as the Chicago Bears get some good news on the front of Al Harris with the Tennessee Titans job, defensive coordinator job, being filled. That was the final job that Al Harris actually went out and interviewed for.
Yeah.
So good to know that one has been filled because that means Al Harris probably sticking around with the team, which I love. Listen, I want to see Al Harris go out, have all the success in football. I want to see him make millions. I want to see him become a defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
I want to see him become a head coach, just not next year.
Yeah, that's right.
Make your millions this year, buddy. And we've seen him thrive in this NFL at this point. And so I'm not sitting here looking at Al Harris and going, oh my goodness, I'm glad that he's here and that he failed in that. But I am excited to see what he can continue to do with this DB unit because I think you're going to have to draft some DBs this year that are going to make a difference in what the Bears do going into next season. And I'll be honest with you, the one thing we haven't gotten a chance to see, and hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. The one thing we haven't gotten to see from Al Harris is what kind of a difference he's going to make with Jalen Johnson. Because Joe, you're hitting buttons, brother. Joe, what are we doing? We replaying
You
the
are
intro.
slowly losing your title.
The
No,
intro.
it was already hit.
That wasn't a super
Super's
producer.
already off the table.
What are we up
I was
to?
just
What's the
doing the
producer
I don't know
tag?
if it's producer and he was rookie ducer.
Oh, he's not even
He's
a
not a pro
producer.
anymore. God.
He's not even a producer.
No, I want you to
G-League.
see what I do every day. You a grateful son.
G-League producer.
You a grateful
Oh, that's a good one. Hey, but even better one was
Is he a
Lord-
G-League, a G-League deucer?
that G-League producer. But hey, Lord
was still
Crimson
highlighted.
said, Lord Crimson said in the chat,
What do you say?
hey, to be honest, does when JC snores, does it sound like steak sizzling?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. There's a deep inhale of, and then there's a,
Really? I'm hissing.
yeah, 100%.
Sick of you guys, all right?
No, but listen, I think this is big in the conversation of what you want to see him do next season, and it does kind of go into the free agency conversation that we're going to have about guys we want to bring back, but realistically speaking, there's a big name guy that we haven't seen Al Harris get his chance to just specifically work with that guy. And I think it's kind of a conversation about the DB that Al Harris was in the NFL. He was somebody who was a ball hawk. He was somebody who was really good at PBUs, that did a really good job of being that guy that you didn't want to throw his direction at times. And that's the hope that we get from Jalen Johnson going into next season. Boys, how much of an impact do you think Al Harris sticking around with the Chicago Bears is going to be?
Man, it's good news. If he comes back, I mean, you've seen everywhere he goes, he obviously gets the most out of his defensive backs. And Jalen Johnson had a down year. I mean, he did well in actually coming back and playing it all. Yeah. We thought he was going to be ready only in the playoffs. He came back, very early. Some would say probably too early because you saw the way he played. He was a little bit slow in his lateral movement. He was a bit slow.
I'm killing him with lateral movement.
Yeah. He got killed with lateral movement.
I am getting killed with lateral movement.
Like it was bad. But
it's the funniest Hakeem clip of all time.
I feel like if you make the improvement over the offseason and Jalen Johnson comes back healthy and 100% or close to 100% as we hope, man, that tandem, that's going to be essential moving forward. Him, I even think, you get your hands on Zay Frazier, his first healthy year, whoever else you get in the draft maybe. If Tariq Stevenson's still around.
He might be.
Maybe.
He's not. He better not be.
Yeah, I'm with you, Drew. I'm with you, Drew. I'm with you. Trust me.
Well, he's not a free agent.
No, he's not a free agent.
But no, all in all, I like the fact that all the other the vacancies there's no vacancies for Al Harris to go anywhere. I think he's coming back home.
Well, I don't know. Well, you big on I'm gonna keep him from getting a better job, guys.
Hey.
Did you see that morning breeze?
Old stuff.
See that morning breeze? He's like, I would have blocked out here.
I'd have blocked
I don't care if he's my boy.
Everybody. I'm blocking everybody.
You want a better job? How's your back?
I didn't like we didn't get the picks, all right? I want picks. Give me picks.
All the people that agree with you, I was like, that checks
hated
out.
me after that.
No, they did. They hated
Hey, you were number one most wanted.
I see. Yeah,
I would say
what you got?
when it comes to coaches, I mean, look, it comes down to the DC making the plays and putting people in place. So those position coaches, the issue is that, or not issue, what Al Harris does is that he can point out certain things that his guys are doing that he can get in, motivate them, whatever he has to do. So that's good to still have that motivating person that can still point out situations or issues that if a guy's not playing up to his position, because he can, or potential, he says, I've been there, I've done this, I need you guys to do X, Y, Z. So as long as that voice is in their head, that's good. But at the end of the day, it's still our DCs making those plays, the calls, to put those players in position. So I'm happy to keep some sense of continuity instead of us getting rated after 1 year. It's like we never even made it to the promised land all the way, and we're losing some of our coaches already. But I mean, I'm happy that he's here. If he has another, in terms of impact on our DBs, I'm glad to have him, here.
The real scenario, though, is that you spend more time. Listen, we can give Ben Johnson and Declan Doyle all the credit we want to.
Doyle.
Who's Caleb Williams spending his time with?
Ben.
JT Barrett.
Oh, JT. Okay, quarterback's coach.
You're spending your time with, and this is not me. This is not Pat just saying this.
That makes sense.
You're spending your time with your position coaches more times than not because they're the ones that are trying to improve you. So yes, it is. Listen, DA calls the calls. He has to make a call to say this guy's in a great position and he's going to go out there and he's going to get this play done. Al Harris teaches him how to do it.
Right.
I think that is the part for me that makes a big difference in moving forward here. And to me, I think I love that JC brought this up. Why is your hand up? Why is your hand up? No, because we could go 1-2 back to 1.
Oh, you already know Joe's got to get 3 takes.
Drew's got to get his take in.
I just put my hand up.
Why is your hand up? Drew's got to get.
Did I interject?
Drew, especially with a guy like Zay Frazier coming in to make plays next year. What are your thoughts on Al Harris sticking around?
Yeah, Drew, let's hear it.
Oh,
you son of a...
Let's get this great take in so Joe can hurry get back in.
Yeah.
No, my point is I'm glad he's coming back because he actually didn't spend a lot of time with his core DBs that we have. Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, and Jaquan Brisker.
Yeah.
A lot of time he spent was with the people that we took off the scrap heap, CJ, DJ, whatever. his name is.
CJGJ.
I can't get it
Yep,
right every
CJ
time.
Gardner-Johnson.
Right, and the other guy, number 26,
Deshaun Wright.
Deshaun Wright. To me,
Who not really a scrap heap for him. He wanted Deshaun here.
but it was something we had not drafted, somebody we picked up mid-season.
Yep.
So my point is, let him get a full season with our starting DB unit before you leave to make them even better. Because we have certain ball hawks on our team, Kevin Byard, but he can turn Jalen Johnson into a ball hawk. He can turn Kyler Gordon to do more than just sack the quarterback on blitzes for him to be able to get those slant interceptions taken into the house. So for me, I would like him to be back for a full year just to be with our starters.
Very good, Drew.
JC, what you doing in the chat?
I was going to say.
JC in the chat, he said, I'm going to block everybody in this chat if you don't buy me a steak. Take that. Why multiple take that? What? You looking for a Diddy steak? What's going on there?
Take that.
I didn't say take that twice.
I thought there was a multiple take that on that.
See, you just made it weird.
Yep. Did I?
I tried.
Yeah, you tried to go David Kaplan.
Tried to make a statement,
Yeah,
and then now
yeah.
you made it seem they
Yeah.
went from Dave to Diddy. Okay, all right, that's all right. That's
I was
all
going
right.
to say
Did
this.
you
Chat,
know
you
on
better
did you know
beware.
on this morning's episode, was that this morning or
my
yesterday
God.
morning? On this morning's episode, I believe, of the Morning Breeze,
I was having-
a landlord came to see JC and
Oh,
they said there's a lot of birds
I forgot about that. That was the
in
other
the
day. Yeah, I had an
in the
inspection
house
in the
and
I
you
need her
middle.
to call me, man. She ducking me, man.
Yeah.
I need to get that
I had
maintenance
an
contract.
inspection in the middle of the show.
Anyway, what were you gonna say,
Whatever.
Joe?
Whatever.
I was going to say,
Like I was saying.
selfishly, what if we was just if Al Harris left, could we petition to get Charles Peanut Tillman in as a DB coach?
He's a Fed.
Sure.
He's still a Fed.
Can we
if
get the
Peanut
Peanut
wants
punch?
to be a DB coach,
He's
I'm
still a
just saying,
Fed.
that would have been nice to do that. That's all.
Peanut's still a Fed.
No,
he
I
not.
thought he stopped.
no, Peanut
He
stopped.
He
Peanut stopped
a
when
Fed.
Oh, he's not an FBI
No,
anymore.
No,
Peanut
he's
stopped
done.
when the new regime
Yeah, he's done.
took over in the country because of what they were asking the FBI to do. Either way, here's my thing.
He's still a Fed.
That I think. Well, listen, once
He's
for
the
all
I'll
the
be-
fans,
he's
well,
an op.
I'll be fresh.
He's an
I'll
op.
be fresh as when the fans watching.
Boom, 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 boom. I'll be
Iced
fresh.
out.
He's an
Heads
op.
dropping.
He's an op.
Anyway, listen. Here's the bottom line for me. I'm excited to see what Al Harris can do with the kind of players he's going to bring in. And here's the big one.
Drum roll, please.
Year one of Al Harris. You got the takeaway leader.
You got it.
Kevin Byard
Kevin Byard.
has the league lead in interceptions. Deshaun Wright is the takeaway leader.
Brady's LFG
You
player
had
of the year.
33 turnovers overall.
30.
How many of those by DBs trying to punch a football out?
A lot of them.
Yeah.
How many of those by DBs making a great play on the ball?
lot
How
of
many
them.
of those by DBs breaking up a play over the
Oh,
middle?
boy, you can
How
tingle.
many of those are by DBs that are going out there and getting the job done? That's the guy I want training Zay Frazier
tell
as
him.
he takes over
You tell him.
in this city. Because here's the realistic situation that you're in. You're going to have to draft, more than likely, a Jaquan Brisker. And we're going to talk about that as we
Or
continue
Bayard.
through
On
this.
Thursday.
Or Bayard. One of the two. You got the draft Briscoe or Bayard.
Well, we
Bayard's
talk about
safe.
tonight with free
I
agents.
think Bayard's safe.
And or Bayard. We
Maybe,
can say
maybe,
that.
maybe.
Why are we saying
It
Bayard,
depends.
though? It's Bayard.
Yeah.
Bayard.
Kevin Bayard.
Bayard.
Who said Bayard that got you
Bayard.
locked in? Yeah.
I don't know. Just
That's
sounded
the
right.
same
probably
dude. That,
said it. You
that's
know,
the
I get
same
the
dude that
last
said
name from.
Trubinsky. Mitch was Trubinsky
Wasn't
for
that
years.
That was a radio
Trubinsky.
guy, wasn't it? That was someone on the radio.
No, was
Trubinsky.
somebody that said Trubinsky.
I thought it was on the radio.
That wasn't the
Harry.
score guy?
Yeah, no, it was Harry.
Harry.
Tynowitz.
Oh, I
Rest
thought
in
it was
peace.
actually somebody that called in, like a
Trubinsky.
caller.
No, it was Harry. It was Harry that
Trubinsky.
did it. No, but bottom line, that you're in a position right now where you are going to have
Yeah.
DBs step up, and you're probably not going to be in this world where you're paying a bunch of guys for a while here. Jalen Johnson's 26 years old. You're hoping that he comes back healthy. He's able to bounce back. We'll see what the
in his
NFL
prime.
offers, right?
he got 6
still,
months.
Still
Still in his
realistically
prime.
in
Yeah.
his prime.
Yeah.
Kyler Gordon, you just re-signed.
24.
We know what
Stays
kind of
healthy.
player he is.
24.
24, 25, something like that.
He's got to get ready for the next year.
And you know what? Now he knows
6
what
months,
to expect
6
coming
months.
into this training camp.
got
Like,
6
there's
months.
so much that I think that having Al Harris back with this team does. So I'm not going to sit here and undersell it or undercut it or say that, it is what it is. Dennis Allen's the one that's making the calls. The position coaches make the difference. Dan Richard is a phenomenal coach. Ben Johnson calls a great offense.
Oh yeah.
Dan Richard taught the offense, turned Darnell Wright into a player that we were like, okay, you got to get him more consistent. We need to see it a little bit more. Well, maybe Darnell Wright, he did it on the right side. Can he do that on the left side?
Yeah.
Like the confidence went from he's here to he's here. So I think that you can't undersell what keeping your position coaches means for this team. I love the fact that Al Harris is back with this unit. I think that's going to be big for the team moving forward.
Yeah,
That's one of the reasons why I think. Well, when you heard Kidd talk about it earlier, and maybe a week or so ago, he had said, "Man, I would love it if we could actually keep this core together." When Ben Johnson says we have a 5-star staff, you don't want people plucking our elite guys away. I mean, you got Declan Doyle. Shout out to him. Obviously, you got the other guy I wanted to keep.
Eric
Bieniemy, went back home, but I feel like
I love how he said the only person that could have pulled me away from Ben was Andy. No, he called him Big Red.
That's true because that's kind of where he started. That's like family.
As much as we
like
love
family.
Ben Johnson, Big Red is the man.
Yeah,
Big Red,
Andy,
man.
I ain't got no beef with that. Now you go back home. That's where you started. That's where you feel comfortable. Your players love you there. I get that. But as long as we can keep the multitude of our big names, like you said, Richard, Al Harris. Obviously, Dennis Allen's not going anywhere because he's already been there and done that with the head coaching opportunities. And so, for me, I feel like, yes, you're getting more solidified. That leads to success is when you have continuity. When you have those same guys in the building leading your troops, leading your players, making sure that they're developing. We talked about that earlier, about drafting and developing. Those are going to be the two important words, I think, going into this offseason.
100%.
And so you need the same coaches to continue that development, that same voice in their ear. So I love it if Al Harris is here to stay.
I hope Al Harris is here to stay. I think it's going to be big for the team. We got 154 in the chat. Let's get we got 23 likes.
Joe's in the chat now.
Joe, what are you doing in the chat?
I need to add Jumpman.
Hey, Joe, listen.
Hey,
Joe,
bro,
listen. You know what you need to add?
I was just putting that in our separate chat.
No. You know what you need to add?
What?
The hat that you promised that you were going to send Crimson, you need to finally send them.
You promised
No, I
it.
didn't.
You said.
No, I didn't.
Crimson, who
No, I
said
didn't.
it? Crimson, who said it? Crimson, who said it?
Hey,
He said, yeah, we could do that. We're going to do that for you, my boy.
Joe, send him a hat. Send him a hat.
You sent him that.
You said we got merch, we
It's
got
your hat.
hats, we got
Yeah, you said-
everything.
Hey, we got what he said. He said,
Join the nation. Join the nation.
Wait a minute.
Mario Moore
What are we
said-
talking about right now?
Hey, Mario Moore said, y'all make that hat. I'm copping one for sure.
Hey, there we go.
There you go.
Well, listen. Legally.
That's my logo.
Legally, he made that
That's my
himself.
own logo.
It's different.
No, it's not.
That is mine. I photoshopped that logo.
Okay.
I made that.
You want to go to court and
I
fight
was
Caleb
gonna say,
Williams?
I can cover a picture. I made that.
There's a lot of likeness
You want to
to
go
the
to court
other
and
one.
fight Caleb Williams?
Mine
on
is
that?
different from his.
Why? It doesn't have 1-8 on it?
You know what happens if you specifically go to the Michael Jordan picture and you make a logo out of that? Technically, it's not the Jumpman logo. He'll still take you to court.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying. I made my logo.
Okay, go ahead.
How about this? I don't have to sell it.
Make the Chinaman version. Hey,
Look at Mario Moore. We got merch.
No, then you just put the
And
you just
none
gotta
of
put
y'all
the
trying to
Chinaman
bought
logo.
anything.
You got to alter it just to make the Chinaman logo, so you don't get popped.
No, we got to bend Caleb leg a little
Right,
bit. It got to be.
It's got to be a little
He's
gotta be
missing.
here.
I took certain pieces out, but mine is different from everybody else's.
Sure, all right.
I did.
Okay.
All right.
I can Photoshop it in if I want to.
Okay. Yeah, there's never been a court case on that.
Nothing but
The
a court
thoughts of
case.
Joe Holt or Joe Holtz and Joe Holtz alone. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. I think this is a great transition, though, because, we talk about the keeping Al Harris and how big that's going to be for the team moving forward. There's been a lot of conversation on what the Chicago Bears should do with the defensive line.
Yeah.
And me and Joe were having a conversation today talking about, Trey Hendrickson. Realistically, wrong background. We talk about Trey Hendrickson. Realistically, what do we think that Trey can be coming into this season? Because Trey Hendrickson is somebody who DA drafted, felt highly on, felt like could make an impact on the team, and did in his time with the New Orleans Saints. Is it a year too late for Trey Hendrickson? Trey Hendrickson coming off of IR this season, dealt with some injury in previous years, which seems to be the reason why the Bengals didn't want to pay him, although 17.5 sacks in back-to-back seasons. Boys, do you feel like it's a year too late for the Trey Hendrickson conversation?
I mean, if you're talking about the type of injury he's had, I'm looking up the specifics, like core muscle, hip, pelvis injury that required surgery. He came back in week 6, and then he re-aggravated it 2 weeks later. Like, for me, I feel like you're starting to pile up those injuries, and, you know, the older you get, those things will impact your productivity, will impact your value. So for as much as he's done over the last, 2 or 3 years with the 17 back-to-back sacks.
17 and a half sacks back-to-back. 2023,
like,
2024.
amazing numbers.
2025, 4 sacks.
But are you getting him, are you paying him for what he was versus what he could be or will be? Like, is that the question now? Are you paying him for his early production or his previous production? And can he ever get back to that level? I don't foresee him getting 17 sacks if he comes on his team. And so what is the number that you feel comfortable with paying him, and do we even try to do that?
So
Trey Hendrickson, my age, so 1994, 31 years old, be 32 this year in December. So
32 's not
his
that old,
age
bro.
32 season.
32 is not that old.
It ain't that old,
I
but
mean, listen, when you in football years, though, Trey been in the league since what? 2016?
32 is not that old.
2017.
2017 in the
32 is old
NFL?
32 is old for running back years, not DNs.
Well, depending on
When you're the only
If
guy
he's-
that they've had to focus on the defensive line, that's a lot older.
if he's
9
injured,
years in the league?
I'm gonna say this. No, I don't.
Jeez.
The only free agent I really want is him. Like outside of that,
Really?
yeah, there's not
Not
a whole
Max?
lot. Well,
Well, Max
he's not
ain't
a
a
free
free agent.
agent,
Max
and
is-
you
you
got
gotta
to
trade.
trade everything
I
to
see what
get
you're
him.
saying as far as
My point
the
is-
status. I got you.
A guy that can average if he can average 17 sacks, and it's a
Hey, right now,
incentive-based whatever contract.
let's some attrition, 12 to 14.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah, 14. I'll go with that.
14 what?
Either way,
12 to 14.
Either
Let's
way-
just say because of his injuries, y'all say he's not 17 no more. Let's be realistic, and I want you to base your opinion on a guy that's 12 to 14 sacks. That's
I'm
what I
not
want.
saying that. I'm saying if he was 17 sacks, he comes back, he sat out half the year, and he comes back and he's healthy and he's ready to go. He passes a physical, and you got a 2-year contract with this guy. And if he ends up being 20, 25 million, he got to bet on himself, whatever. I'm taking Trey Hendrickson because the thing is that everything is lined up for Caleb. Everything is lined up for Caleb's contract.
Yep.
Because that contract is
It's
going
2
to be
years.
$52 million or maybe 55, whatever it is we got to pay him. So I'm saying that the window is we got 3 years, period, in general. I can take a flyer on Trey Hendrickson for a year or two. I'm not giving up any of my draft capital. If I go for Max Crosby, we got to give up picks. We got to give up this. And he's only, a year or two younger than
27 years old.
okay, he's a few
That's
years
5.
younger than him. I thought he was
That's
young. I
5.
thought he was a little bit older than that.
That's 5.
But I'm saying I would take
28
a
years old. I apologize.
Yeah, the cap went up.
That's a long way.
The
4
cap
years.
went up a little bit. If we make a couple moves, restructure, do a couple things we got to do, we can absorb Trey Hendrickson's contract if he's averaging 25 to 30 million a year, and we only need him for 2 years. Now, obviously, if he doesn't perform to a certain point, and he doesn't get you the sacks that you need, then we got to move on the year after that. But we didn't give up a whole lot. I'm not saying to give up the farm like we got to give up the farm
Probably-
for Max Crosby.
I mean, you probably gave up $50 million.
What?
That's a lot.
What you mean give him $50 million?
He probably making 25 a year, bro.
Right. A 2-year, 25, maybe 3 years.
2
and
year,
they give him
3 year,
I say you
$75
give
million
them 3 year
contract.
and they make it a little more feasible.
3 year, $75 million.
Yeah.
That's a
No,
big,
I didn't say it wasn't.
It's
Either
a
way,
big hamstring for you.
the issue is that but you're talking about 25 to 30 million ish, or less because maybe they do an incentive later contract. Maybe they convert certain stuff to a bonus. Because the Bears could do stuff like that all the way. He may have a base salary of $12 million, and they gave him a bunch of money up front, so it doesn't kill you. That could happen.
You can. There's ways you can.
They
play,
could- they
you
could
can play
convert
with the
that money.
contract. I'm not gonna say there's not.
Right. So there's ways to get him off the free agent sign. He can walk over to his team, and we don't have to give up a whole bunch. And now we can draft probably an impact defensive tackle on that 25th pick, or maybe we make another move or two, move up a little bit to get maybe another guy in the
I'm not
draft.
trading any picks to move up.
Drew, what you got?
So I was looking at Trey Hendrickson's contract right now, and it was only $8 million signing bonus, and then it was $21 million overall for him with a $16 million base salary. if we could get him to an incentive-laden contract, because he has been hurt for the last 2 years, I don't think we're going to get the 17 sack a year guy, but he's definitely going to get double
Last
digits.
2 years. He wasn't hurt in 24.
He was hurt in 24.
24, he played 17 games.
I thought he
Started 17, played 17.
I thought he got a little hurt at the end of last year.
24, he didn't play in the playoffs.
Okay, that's what it
He
was.
played
I know
17 games in
He
2024.
played 24,
Right.
he
I
played
know he got
17
hurt.
games.
But he got hurt, but he was in the playoffs. Okay, so basically he got hurt for most of last year. So for him, I'm giving him 1 year of injury that we can get him to an incentive-laden contract, where depending on his sack numbers, depending on if he played the 17 games, I don't think it's 1 year too late because he still is head over heels better than any defensive end that we have way over, even on his 32
I wouldn't
year.
disagree with that.
So for me, if we can get him to a reasonable contract, because you're not going to get that money that you're going to get off his first 17 sack season. You're not even going to get the same money off the 17 sack season because he had where he only played in seven games or 8 games last year. Well, this year that just passed. To me, he's not going to get that same contract because he's coming off an injury. So you have to sign a prove-it deal, and a prove-it deal is the incentive leading contract. So that's where I'm at. Like, I will still take him because you can take him for 2 years, maybe 3, as the third year being a void year, and then still draft one in the third round. Let him learn behind him. Let him learn behind, say, a Mac, if we don't do Trey Hendrickson, where the up-and-coming draft player not only learns from Dennis Allen, but also learns from somebody that has been a double-digit sack guy in his career.
I like double jizzit.
Double digit?
Excuse me?
Double,
You like
double,
what?
double what?
You like what?
He said double
Sorry,
jizzit.
You said double
Jizzit. He made a new word. He
no,
said it.
I think okay.
He said double
We're
jizzit.
gonna
Hey,
let
buddy.
you pass on
Hey,
that
buddy.
one, buddy.
No,
Did he
I'm
say
not letting
double
that
jizzit?
pass.
Real
No,
close.
it's
He
diabolical.
said double
was- I
jizzit.
was-
Hold on a
I
second.
was close.
Bro, you said double. Hey, bro, you just
He's
flagged it.
doubling up over there. All right.
No. But you said I like it.
I like that
You
word.
said I like
That's the
it.
word of the day.
Yo.
That's the word of the day.
Yo, we
Double
ain't these flags.
Double
Yo.
jizzit. He said it.
No. I
Double
think-
jizzit
I
is a
think
word of
you
the day.
said it.
Yo.
That's the
Hey,
word of the day.
Doubling down.
Do not make a word of the day.
said
on that.
double-
Yeah, we're not
Do
doing
not
that.
make a word of the day. on that, bro.
I had a lisp issue.
Hey,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
Hey,
You
bro.
know.
Hey,
But,
bro.
It's not your
funny thing,
fault.
hey,
Producer
funny,
wants
hey,
to
you threw the
produce
flag
something else,
over the wall.
apparently.
That's okay.
He threw the flag over the wall.
Hey, it is February of 2026. There is not a pause that will beat that this
No,
year.
not at all. Double.
He said I like double.
Yeah,
What?
Yep,
He
yep.
said
No. It
That's
ain't
the
on
word of
him.
the day.
It ain't on him.
He said it.
It's you throwing the I like it.
Yeah. Double it down on the
Whoa!
double, baby. Yeah. You got
Whoa!
Joe with the double. All right.
He said
We don't have a flag left on this
No.
set.
It's
double
empty.
jizzit.
Here we go. It's
Unbelievable! Diabolical!
That's our new
That
word of
is
the
up there with Buddy. That don't you make a word of the day on that,
the word of the day. Double jizzit.
bro? That is up there with Buddy getting his wig knocked off this weekend.
Oh my God.
He said it.
No,
I didn't
no,
say
no,
it.
no,
You
no.
didn't want it to leave.
Nope. It is you doubling down and saying I like a double.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy. All right.
Sweet
Where's the transition
Jesus.
with that?
King Bookerworth said, "Damn it, Joe."
Yeah. That's not me this time, King Booker. Not me this
Wow.
He said
Not
double
me.
Hey, we got 200 in the chat.
Pause
We got 200 in the chat.
of the year.
We got 200 in the chat.
Over 200 in the chat. 200.
I don't even know how to describe double
Hey,
jizzit.
oh, I do.
time. Yeah.
I know how to describe it, Joel.
Well,
Yeah,
Ben
you
wanna get
really
canceled.
good.
what is
Yeah, he did.
went from
He did. You want a
super
definition?
to pro to I don't know what you are now, man. You
The probe.
Oh, yeah, probe-ducer. Yeah. Good
The
God.
super probe deuce around here. Sweet baby Jesus.
Well, try to get this thing back on the track.
He said
I
double.
wanted to make.
I
it
don't
count.
even know how. I love how
wanted
Joel
to
is
say
trying to
something.
deflect it.
He said it.
No,
Yeah,
bro.
and you said I like it.
So we can't catch the.
No.
No.
Drew
You didn't
just
say
misspoke.
you didn't say wild on Drew for saying. I'm not saying Drew wasn't wild for saying
Hey,
so
it-
funny.
it. It might have been a list situation.
It was
but
an
we've
R
been
in
there.
it's an R in the digit. It wasn't.
Sure.
So it was not.
It's
it was not me
Joel
making a
going,
word.
I like it.
I'm just saying that's a couple words.
Diabolical.
Okay, it's still.
Unbelievable.
I can't even make. I can't even make an.
I got nothing for you,
Man,
Joe.
all y'all,
nothing for
We got a red card in the chat.
We got red cards.
Yeah, I'm
Isn't
challenging-
that soccer?
Yeah, I'm
No, you ain't challenging.
I'm
No, red
challenging
card.
that y'all-
Red card means you
I'm
disqualified in
Yeah, you're
soccer.
out of
I'm
there,
challenging.
buddy.
Hey, you're
that y'all-
losing
out
that
of there.
challenge.
No.
Hang it up.
And that
Hang
was
it
a
up.
floosh challenge right
Hang
there.
it up.
You
That's-
are losing
I caught
that.
the word.
Nah, you're back in the locker room, buddy.
Whatever, man.
Hang it up.
Anyway,
Sweet
Drew's
Jesus.
point was double-digit sack guy.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think it's too late to get Trey Hendrickson. I don't believe that with Drew saying that he's 12 sack guy. I think he comes. He's going to perform. But I say
Think the double-digit guy is going to perform, dude?
an incentive-laden
yeah.
contract makes sense. And the fact that, if he wants to be here, because obviously you can sit there and offer him that type of contract. Doesn't mean he wants to come here.
I was going to say, why would Trey take it?
Right. Nobody's
It's
saying
not
he
a whole lot
has
of
to take
takers
that.
either.
He might want a guaranteed contract that gives him X amount of dollars per year.
I'll give you that one.
Well, this is where I was going to take the conversation before we were rudely interrupted by the producer over there producing.
How much jizzing was he jizzing?
I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Douglas Key actually made a really good comment a
Still
couple
over
of times
my
back.
fault.
It was a while ago. He said because of his injury, he thinks that giving away money where we can do what great teams do in draft. We talked about that on the Morning Breeze too. I feel like you look at, like we talked about, the example of Philadelphia, the Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Eagles, yeah, they won a Super Bowl, but the window is very, very, very. It might be closed. I don't know if it's closed or not.
No, I don't think it's
But
not close.
from what I'm thinking, what are you looking at? From what I'm thinking, it seems as if the blueprint now is to not go after the big name, but to, again, draft well, because you look at the Kansas City Chiefs record. I mentioned in 21, they drafted Nick Bolden on defense.
Yep.
Then in 22, they backed that up by drafting 21st overall Trent McDuffie.
Yep.
So when you have really good consistency in the draft and you hit and you hit and you hit and those guys produce and develop and become stars, now you have cheap contracts. Because we know coming up, Caleb Williams is going to get the bag.
Real expensive.
He's going to get the bag.
Yeah.
I think it was like the average 2026
Quarterback.
going over is like over 46 million.
Yeah, that's what you said.
46 freaking million dollars.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to pay Caleb over 50.
He's getting about 50.
He's going to get
If
at
he
least
wins,
50.
Hey, but
At least 50.
But you'll be fine though because the cap is going up 30 to 40 million every year, so you'll get a lot of his money back in the inflated cap.
To a degree, but if they end up
Well,
paying,
he's
if they
going to
end
get a
up paying
percentage
bunch-
of the contract, or a percentage of the cap, essentially. He's going to say, well, Dak Prescott is worth XYZ percent of the cap. Dak Prescott right now, the highest paid quarterback in football, although I think teams aren't going to go that hard like they did with Dak. Dak making $6 million a year.
I would say, Lord Crimson did bring up something from the past.
What we got?
He said, nope, back in January, P. Kid said, man, he has pretty balls. Y'all ain't going to top that.
Thank God.
I don't
I don't remember that.
I don't know.
I don't remember that.
I remember that.
Pretty ball, yeah.
Yeah, he throws a
remember
pretty
that.
ball. He
Pretty
said
ball, yeah.
somebody throw
Kid
pretty balls.
definitely said that.
I do remember
Throws
that,
a pretty ball is different, though.
No.
I'm okay with
No,
that.
he said pretty ball.
He said he
Yeah, he
has
did.
pretty balls. He didn't say
yeah,
throws.
Yeah. Kid
I
definitely
I
said
forgot about that.
That might
Lord
be
Crimson,
pause
you
of the year,
right.
too. I wasn't here for that. That must have been a playoff pause.
No, that
year,
was that was a stream. That was,
As far as quarterbacks, right? Josh Allen is $55 million. Dak is $60. Burrow is 55. Love is 55.
God.
Lawrence is
Caleb's
55.
getting 70.
Tua is 53. Goff is 53. Purdy is 53. Herbert is 52. Lamar is
getting more than that.
52.
He's getting more than Justin.
Yeah, 7.
he probably get Lamar money.
You're probably
I think
living in that 60
he's at Lamar
range.
money.
Yeah.
I think he's
I
at
think
Lamar.
65.
No, I think you're probably living in that 60 range. But, of course,
see that.
quarterbacks are going to get paid
But-
more by the time we get to that point. But realistically speaking, you're trying to make
wait a minute.
you're trying to make moves. But what you got?
A question though.
What?
Do we sign him preemptively like they do a lot of times in their third year?
Caleb won't allow it. Caleb too business savvy.
Yeah, he's trying
But
to
you
get
could do
his
that because
stuff in LLC.
Caleb came in trying to get paid in the LLC.
Some of them,
He too business
some of them
savvy.
high profile. I think was it Justin Jefferson? I think Justin Jefferson signed early, and it ended up saving him a little bit of money.
Justin Jefferson ain't
If
the quarterback.
Caleb wants to do that,
I'm
then
saying
he
it's
can.
possible. It's possible.
Hey,
I'm
Justin
opposed to
Jefferson
possible.
ain't the quarterback. And I think realistically, now what I will say is Tom Brady always took deals to make the team better.
He also got paid a couple times first, though.
Sure. Tom Brady took deals to make the team better. I think that you've seen Josh Allen take a deal where he literally went, bro, if I'm getting paid $45 million, what's the difference in me getting paid $50 million? $5 million? Like, that's cool, but, like, I can do everything I want to do.
Yeah.
So, like, he took a lesser contract to try and make the team better as a whole.
So that means
There could come a point where you're having a conversation on that with Caleb Williams. But right now, no matter what deal Trey signs, it's going to fall into
$25 million.
we're going to have to pay Caleb at some point. Ryan Poles has been very aware of that.
I know, but it's
the Grady Jarrett contract has
3
showed
years,
you
though.
that. The Trey Hendrickson contract has shown you that. Like, there's a bunch of contracts that have shown you that, where you say, I'm not going to pay this contract because I'm going to pay this contract to a point because I know we got to pay Caleb at some point. He's been very aware of that. So that's not something I'm really worried about with Trey.
So right, so we got basically 2.5 to 3 years because this is
3
Caleb's second year. So you
really.
got 3 years.
You got
if you
2.
sign that 5 years, sometimes they sign that deal in the fourth.
You got
year,
the
5th
fifth-year option, but
fifth
more
year
than
options.
likely you're not going to want to get to that 5th year with Caleb.
And you don't want to sit there and overpay.
So that leaves us 2 years with a possibility of a third void year, like I said.
Yeah.
Would you take him for a 2-year possible with a third year void?
Would I take Trey? Here's my thing with Trey.
Answer that directly.
Here's my thing with Trey. I think Trey's a great player. I think he's a phenomenal player. I think
Phenomenal.
he is one of those players that can really change this defensive line. You're in a spot right now in the NFL, though, even with the cap increasing, where you're probably looking for Trey in the draft. You're probably looking for Max in the draft.
You still have to.
And I think that's the thing. If I'm looking for that guy, I'm probably not paying that guy.
No,
I'm looking to go with a Khalil Mack that can teach that guy.
Yep.
I'm looking to go with a what's old boy that's coming out of Philly this year. Had a great year. Jalen Phillips.
Phillips.
Jalen Phillips.
I'm looking for a Jalen Phillips where I can get a couple of gap years where it makes sense to bring him in. But really,
I'll
I'm
take Jalen
hoping
Phillips.
for a young player
I'll take
that's
Jalen.
going to make a big splash. I think that's more so where we're seeing the NFL head towards. Me and JC talked about that on the Morning Breeze this morning, where you're seeing teams not – listen.
Look.
Teams wanted Trey Hendrickson last year, right? We know that there was a trade market for Trey Hendrickson. They weren't willing to go where the Bengals wanted to go.
They wanted first-round talent back.
They wanted first-round talent. They wanted a young player. They wanted picks.
Right.
No.
Yep.
More than likely, that's the conversation for Max Crosby. I would say maybe there's one player that's a defensive end. That's that guy. If it's Myles Garrett, give your soul.
Hey,
But look,
hey, you
Trey
said
Hendrickson was a third-round pick.
No, you said you was going to trade Rome and everybody for Max.
What I would do is very different than what we're hearing. I can't dispute. See, here's the thing. I'm willing to give my opinion. I would go all in on Max Crosby. I think he's that level of a talent. NFL GMs are telling you that's not the route you want to go.
No.
NFL GMs around the league that are talking to people that are showing up to the Senior Bowl and that are like, they're telling you, I would tell you, they talked about it with Brad Biggs, right? Like the free agent market is kind of like what it once was. You're better off with the devil you know than the devil you don't. How many years for y'all growing up? And I know it was this way for me, so I know it was this way for y'all. Were you like, yeah, we just keep Buddy around because we know he's going to get you this and you hope that you're going to draft better. But NFL free agency and NFL trade deadlines weren't exciting back in the day.
Yes, you're 100% correct. And that's the point that I was trying to get, to lead you to. You keep saying the Super Bowl window is win now.
It's short.
But with the way that the NFL was going to, it is no long. It is, you can't say win now if you're saying we're going back to the free agent of the devil you know and to build through the draft. Because if you build through the draft, that means you can't go all in for short Super Bowl window. So that means, remember I said a few weeks ago that the Super Bowl window doesn't really start and you get your 4-year window next year, not including this year. So then that will mean that you can build in the draft because then you have 2 years for that defensive tackle or defensive end to develop and you're just in the playoffs, but your true Super Bowl window would be in, I would say that would be the 2027-28 year, instead of the 26 to 27 year.
I'm gonna say
I
this.
think
Let me
I think
answer
you're
that.
in it right now. But realistically speaking, how long was the Super Bowl window in '85?
It was
5, 6
3
years.
years. 3 years. It was
5
86. It was
It was over.
84. It was 84 to
87, it was done.
It was 84 to 87.
88, they did well. They were 14-2 in 88. 12-4 in 88. They were 14-2.
Yeah, they lost the
86.
Redskins. They lost the Redskins, didn't they?
Yeah, they were They went 14-2 the next year.
Mm-hmm.
They went 12-4 in 88.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, they were.
They were a good team the entire.
They
They
were
had
still a good
11.
team.
But
hold on,
realistically
hold on.
speaking, the
Let me-
Super Bowl window where you were like, you can go win the Super Bowl this year.
Let me add to that.
3 years.
So
3 solid years.
I would say this. Listen, Trey Hendrickson first round was drafted in the 3rd round.
Yeah, 100%.
And-
Max was in the 4th.
All right. So
Yeah.
the thing is that
And
technically,
and
if
your boy Mac was in what?
first round,
Mac
fifth
was a
pick.
first round pick.
First
He was
round,
fifth
fifth pick.
overall.
Yeah, from before.
But
Yeah.
the thing is that
They just didn't believe he was good.
The whole point is that if you trade, okay, even if they did trade for Max Crosby, which I don't think they're going to do, and you give up 2 first rounders, you're talking about giving up 2 late first rounders. We already made it didn't even make it to the NFC Championship. 1 game before that, and now you're talking about the 25th pick.
Yeah.
Let's just say they make it to the NFC Championship, even if they make it to the Super Bowl. You're talking
27.
about 28, 27,
Yeah.
30, 31. You're basically stuck with second-round picks anyways. So the thing is that we drafted Brisker and guys like that in the
Well,
second round.
it's still a first because the difference is you get the extra year.
Of course, but my
So
point is that
if you're the 2015, if you like with
if
our
you're
pick
winning,
this year,
if you're winning, then those picks kind of creep into the second round regardless. And if you give up that, I think
that
it's worth
contract
getting.
year is big though.
Yeah, but I'm saying that it could be done. Now, either way, we signed Hendrickson for a couple years, and it times it. Now, if you sign him and we still keep our first round pick, and let's just say they go for like a Caden McDonald, or they find a defensive end that's a stud guy in the first round, mind you, like you said, Crosby 4th round, Hendrickson 3rd round. What if we actually find a stud in the late first round that becomes that guy? And we still got Booker learning how to play defensive end.
See, that's my thing is I don't think this offseason you have to do anything irrational or just like
All in.
exactly, that's the word, all in, because Poe said it best. You want sustained success. We're not, hurting for developing our culture. We now have a culture. We have the coaching staff that is already 5-star, and you know that they're going to continue to elevate this roster and this team, this organization, and so whoever you bring in is just going to add to that. They're not the ones that are creating that, like when we had to get Khalil Mack and make the defense great and make this team great, and still they didn't get anywhere. So I think you're right. You go through the draft, and I don't feel like you need to give up your picks. I wouldn't, even though I love the name, obviously, I wouldn't mind Max Crosby. Trey
Hendrickson, Max Crosby. I'm not mad at none of them
being here.
Yeah, I'll be excited if we get any of them.
But if that tells you, leads you to you letting go of your 26 and your 27 first round, even if it is late in the draft, then maybe you don't do it. Maybe you don't do it so you can continue to sustain your success.
But who says you can't get instant
gratification?
Instant gratification out of your draft pick. My draft pick turned into Max Crosby immediately. Not any development. And and then the next year, we basically just give up 1 draft pick because my draft was Max Crosby in the first year. Yeah. Second year, we lose that pick, Max Crosby. Still getting productivity for at least 2 to 3 years, maybe 4. He's 28, right?
Who?
Max
Crosby.
Max 28, yes.
Right. That's actually good. Now, Trey Hendrickson is different because he's 31.
Yeah,
but
off of injury,
if we don't have to give up a whole lot to get him and we're still getting productivity out of it, and now we draft guys that learn how to play defensive end behind those guys, but with Dennis Allen and we're developing talent, then that's fine with me. But it's not the end of the world if we give up those 2 picks to get Max Crosby because technically our draft ended with an instant player right away, day 1 starter, no questions, versus a rookie. Now, you all know I wanted Jared Verse. Jared Verse turned into that dude that he's that dude.
He a dog.
He's a dog.
He a dog.
I would have loved to have Jared Verse. But that's not where we're at right now. But it could
I think it is though. And I think that's the part of this conversation. Like you are in a draft where you can get Jared Verse.
Possibly.
This is that draft.
Man.
But see, the
Like,
guy
it's not about it being a top 10 guy. You're literally in that draft this year that you can find Jared Verse at 25. You're in that draft this year that you can find Jared Verse in the second round. You're in that draft this year that you can find Trey Hendrickson. You can find Max Crosby. That's what this draft is slated to be with the defensive ends
The quiet
and the
says
defensive
amen.
tackles.
The quiet says amen.
So that's why
Brother
I
Pat,
think
keep
it
preaching,
is.
Brother Pat.
That's why I think it is a real conversation
Crazy.
to talk about whether it's worth it for you to go all in or whether it's worth it for you to take a chance on going to get Trey Hendrickson. When realistically, the chance that you might need to take this season, if we being honest about
Methuselah. Go ahead.
it, is not Methuselah. The oldest man to ever live. What was that?
Enoch.
When Enoch in this building. When really the chance that you might need to take is what you saw on the team this year, the development of Nashawn Wright, who nobody thought was going to be a talented piece. The development of C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who was sitting on the bench
I
at
want
home.
him back,
The
yeah.
development of DeMarco Jackson.
DeMarco.
As much as we all hate it, you may be relying on the development of Dio Adangbo this season.
Whoa.
Hey,
Joe didn't want to hit
Run the
that one.
credits. Run the credits. Run the credits. Run the credits. You Dio,
hey,
get him off my team.
You can talk.
Get him off of my team.
I would love to do it. You know why you can't? Because he make a lot of money. So you're gonna have no choice but to rely on the development of Dio Adangbo.
Put him in the middle.
This season, who is
Put him in the middle.
25 years old.
Put him in the middle.
Well, he might.
You're going to have no choice but to rely on the development like you saw on the offensive side of an Ozzie Trapillo
Put
or
him
a
in the
Luther
middle.
Burden
And they
or
may-
it doesn't matter what you do. And
26?
listen, maybe it is putting him in the middle, realistically speaking.
But that's what
he
he's
was
supposed
really
to do.
good. No, he was supposed to be an edge, but it didn't work
They
out.
say he was supposed to flip
He could
between
play both, but he was supposed to
I
be
think
better
he,
at edge.
I think he does better in the middle. He plays better
I
as a DT.
would agree with you. But if we're sitting here having a conversation about Dio Adangbo, Shamar Turner being next to each other, and you go out and you draft an edge,
Dude, that's
you're not upset.
I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset with that.
No, you got to. We forgot. We don't know what Shamar Turner's supposed to do.
Yeah,
And
they're
he
more
started looking good at the end.
We forgot
Before
about
he got hurt, I started being like, yo, Shamar getting some penetration.
Yes.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
So Pat the penetrator.
That is what Yurko calls me.
No, you do
Whoa.
forget about that. Shamar
Whoa.
Turner is another X factor. When
Shamar
it comes to our
Turner's on the
D-line.
team. Like Austin Booker is a young piece on this team. So it's not. I don't think that the Bears are looking at this. I don't think GMs are expecting the Bears to be looking at this offseason in the you have to go out and find a way to get a Trey Hendrickson. And maybe Trey does have a good year this year with wherever he signs. If he signs with the Bears.
Yeah.
Why does
Wherever he's at.
I don't think it kills us to basically. The thing is that he can walk over here. If we got a
$25 million
if we
is
gotta-
not, it don't kill you.
If we got to mortgage our future for Max Crosby, I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. I'd rather sign him and add him to the team that we have now, and we keep developing our team. So I do think that we have this draft to pick somebody.
What's Max's contract right now? Because you have to.
Max
figure that in.
$35 million.
Yeah.
Max got
That's a
the
big
bag.
number.
Oh no, I'm paying Trey for 25 for 2.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I'm gonna go
paying
for
Max.
that. Yeah,
I'm paying Trey
He's younger
25
and he's
for
less
2.
hurt. But here's my thing.
And
Maybe-
Max is, to
Max is
me,
dog,
you know
yes.
what you get. With Trey, I have
You
a
know what
big
you get.
question.
You still so you saying 1 year has now changed your whole perspective on him?
injuries,
At
man.
31 with injury, yeah.
1
Yes,
year of injury.
Yes. Age.
Okay, that's
Age
fine.
and injury.
That's fine.
Because I've seen,
I disagree off 1 year.
I saw people say 1 year of Nick Bosa being hurt wouldn't change who he is in the future. Nick Bosa's been hurt every year since.
Yep.
well, he's.
I saw one year of Joey Bosa
No, I'm
being
thinking
hurt.
Joey.
Where
Joey
people
changed
they
up.
both were awesome.
Yeah, no, they were.
No,
They both were awesome.
Joey was a beast when he first came in the league.
Joey was incredible and then been hurt every year. But
Yeah.
Nick actually had a little run before he fell
Nick
apart.
had a little
So
run,
is it- yeah,
started getting
nah,
hurt. Nick
yeah.
is 28 years old.
Yeah.
And he gonna still come back.
Nick been
What-
banged
what-
up the
what
last
version
2
of-
years.
What version of him will be there?
It's still a 10
And maybe
sack
that-
plus
ma-
guy.
But
May-
Trey won't
Hey,
make
look,
your team like
maybe
Max
100%
make
will.
that trade.
Maybe there's a pop up year where he does. I'm not saying he can
Because
never come
look
back.
at
but-
Mac. Mac got hurt too, and still Mac came back with a double-digit sack year.
Yes, he did. 17 sacks.
Exactly. So you just because you
17
hurt
to
for a
14.
couple years
he
does
played
not
off
mean that
somebody
you
else.
can't come back and have another double-digit sack year afterwards. So I'm saying, yeah, he was hurt for 1 year. That does not mean he's probably on the 75% that he might not get to 17 sacks, but he could definitely come back to give you at least 12 or 14. 12 to 14 on the Bears totally changes.
very
our
Still better than
defensive-
what
Here's the
Montez did.
thing. That's if he plays above 7 games. He played 7 games this year. That's my entire point with it, right?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
realistically
No.
speaking, if I
Wait
go
a
and
minute. No, wait a minute. Go back because remember we had this conversation about Brisker. And how many games is a
17
successful
games.
Brisker season? You did not say 17 games. You said
I said he
Brisker-
got to play 85% of the games. That was the
85%.
stray you took, by the way.
Exactly. I know that's a big.
That was the stray you
it was-
took.
I know. Yeah.
I
So
just remembered it right now.
exactly. So if Trey gives us 85%, would you take 85% for him for $25 million?
Sure, but Jaquan Brisker is still on a rookie deal.
But y'all forget, if Trey
Hendrickson is coming here to make $25 million. And realistically speaking, in the conversation that we're going to get into here with the free agents that we want to see the Bears keep,
but
Jaquan Brisker is probably not in our price range
That's how
this
you
year.
pivot, Joe.
no, but I was going to add this last part. Y'all forget, if we get Trey for 12, 14 sacks a year, Montez gets 12 to 14 sacks.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, I would say
Like-
that.
like
I think,
he helps
I think
make
you're
Montez
breaking up the focus.
better.
I would agree with that. That's a reason to go get him.
And maybe some of the defensive tackle. Like, Trey, that's a solid 4 defensive lineman. If Trey gets here, he
Yeah.
helps everybody else. Like, that's still a problem.
Oh, then you got
Maybe we're overthinking all of
oh
this.
boy.
No, Trey,
Then
I
you
think
got
makes an impact.
what's the name?
No,
who we love?
Shamar,
Rotating.
Grady,
No,
Javon?
Aaron.
Aaron who?
Austin?
Austin.
Austin Booker.
Austin
situational?
situational subbing them out. Come on third down, you take one to
Come
big.
in and be a third-round pass rusher.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Trey brings, it's the effect of the Jason Taylor to Adewale Ogunleye. Like Adewale got paid because Jason Taylor was still getting 10 sacks, and Adewale got paid when he came to Chicago. Adewale coming here helps Alex Brown get a little bit better. They offset the bookends. You know what I'm saying? But if we have a solid defensive line, Trey coming here brings attention, a double team possibly. If he does give you 7 or 12 or 14 sacks, Montez is eating. Or one of the defensive
Adewale
linemen
was
is going
pretty
to eat.
good the entire time he was here.
Huh?
Adewale was pretty good the entire
All
time.
I'm saying
he
is
was here.
maybe we're
But
overthinking
he
it because
he never was the same.
He never got that Miami height again.
Exactly.
Yeah, he
But-
never got.
but Trey- but
that's
Trey
the
will give that.
conversation that we having.
What was it? What's the sack at?
He got 67 career sacks. But he had 5, 10, 6.5, 9, 5, 6.5.
Yeah, but we signed him to be
We
more than
signed
that.
him
To be
off
more
of
than
a
that.
15 sack season.
Exactly.
That's the
But
conversation
Jason
we're.
Taylor's a Hall of Fame.
But that's the conversation that we're having
No, Jason
on
Taylor's a Hall of
Trey.
And that's what I say. Trey,
No,
Trey
and
comes
he's
here.
all-
Trey
this
comes
guy's
here
solid.
on a down year, still gives us 12 to 14. Montez gets 12. That means Shamar gets at least 5. That means Grady situational might get 2 or 3.
Look,
that
but
makes
everybody
the whole
eats.
better.
But
Everybody
we,
eats.
hey,
We hope.
Hey,
We
but,
hope.
But what if off of a 15 sack season he has 5?
He
As long as
gets 5 in
everybody
his
else
sleep.
eat, we
He
good.
get 5 in his sleep. If he gets 5 and everybody else is 12
man.
and 8,
If Montez gets
Tommy
15.
Harris, if Shamar turns into Tommy Harris and gets 7, 8 sacks, I'm fine
Shamar
with
Turner
it.
turned
Woo!
into Tommy
I'm
Harris.
fine
Let's
Get
get
me
this
excited
conversation.
with
Shamar Turner
my
turned into
man.
Tommy
I love
Harris.
Tommy
We,
Harris.
we can put anybody on the edge. Joe could play the edge if Shamar Turner turned into Tommy Harris.
But Dennis Allen, we got faith in Dennis Allen to develop. Why couldn't he be?
But I think that's the conversation. The faith that we have in the coaches to develop, the faith that we have in the coaches to go out there and get the job done.
So we want
Do we have to just rely on that when you're heading into this offseason?
And that's how we pivot to number 3.
Because honestly, like when you talk about free agents that have to come back, I think you're having that conversation when you talk about Brisk. I think you're having that conversation when you're talking about DeMarco Jackson. I think you're having that conversation when you're talking about Dayo Adangbo coming next year, right? Like you're having a conversation with your first and with your draft picks that you're having on the guys that are on your team, and it's why you're okay with them being. You bring back who you bring back. It's why you trust that this team is going to be able to get the job done this offseason because you feel like the coaches are going to be able to develop whoever you put out there. And that's like the free agent class this year. The free agents that the Bears have to bring back. I mean, I'm going to be real with you. I wouldn't say that. I got 2 names for you.
who?
Kevin Byard and DeMarco Jackson. Everybody else can go.
Oh, dang. You don't want Theo back? You don't want CJ GJ back? You don't want
I think you
said
saw.
who I said.
Yeah, I think you saw a lot when Theo, like he said, when Theo didn't
I
get.
said what I said.
When
said
Theo
who I
didn't
said.
get in the playoffs, when he was replaced by Jordan McFadden, when he was replaced by Joe Tooney, and then Jordan
And
McFadden
Jordan
replaced
McFadden
Joe
got in the
Tooney.
left guard.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe he's not as valuable as you think.
No, I'm fine.
Don't become the Bulls.
Holding on. To
Don't
players too
overvalue
long.
Marcus Pfizer.
Oh boy.
Don't overvalue half of
Remember D Wade could have played for the
No,
team
not
in
Marcus
the city
Spicer.
that he grew up
No,
in.
What was the
Don't
center guy?
overvalue freaking,
No, it was D Wade.
No. What was the center's guy that we paid a bunch of money
Oh,
for?
you talking about Felicio?
Yes.
Feliciano.
No, Marcus Pfizer worse.
No.
Marcus Pfizer's the worst overvalue of all
Who
time.
did we just get rid of? Go to the Kings. Him.
Zach
Zach?
Levine? No.
Zach Levine.
No,
It's not. It's not
You
worse.
held on him way longer.
Zach did his
It's not,
thing.
it's not
though.
worse than Marcus
Zach
Pfizer.
did his thing.
No,
He was
You
an
know
all-star.
why?
No.
You
Zach's
know
an
why?
all-star.
Because the Miami Heat asked for your pick
Yeah.
and Marcus Pfizer, and you could have drafted Dwayne Wade, who grew up here.
Yeah, well, that was still.
You could have gone from Michael Jordan to Dwayne Wade.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
The Flash.
Oh, by the way, Dwayne Wade would have been added to a team.
with Derrick Rose.
No, you would probably
No,
wouldn't have got
we
there.
would have never
Yeah,
got
you
Derrick
probably
Rose.
wouldn't.
Nah, you
You're
would have
right.
got Derrick
You're right.
Rose.
We might have made.
Well, maybe because the Miami Heat were the number 2 pick in that draft that year.
Yeah,
So
but
you might have
no.
got Derrick Rose with D Wade. He's right. You might have got Derrick
No,
Rose.
you would not have, because the thing was is that Shaq went over to Miami when they had
That's
D
after
Wade.
that.
No, but my point is that Dwayne Wade showed he already would have improved the team to a certain point.
Who
Let's
drafted-
go back. Let's
who
go
dra-
back.
who
Let's-
drafted
let's-
second that
Let's
year?
go back to the Bears. Let's go back to the Bears.
No, it's all tying in.
It's all tying in.
We're gonna bring it all back around.
Who drafted second that year?
Michael Beasley
2.
Right to
the
Miami.
Heat
Miami.
So
and
Dwayne Wade, you still could have possibly gotten Derrick Rose.
no, that means we would have sucked. We had a one. Well, unless we had that 1.7
we
chance.
didn't have to suck
We had a
for the
1
Bulls
point-
to get.
No,
listen, they
because we-
rigged it.
no, no,
it's okay. We can
because
say it.
we
They
had a
rigged it.
1.7% chance
think they did.
to make that get that pick.
What, Derrick
That'd be nice.
Rose? How about that? We'll just put
Well,
that over there.
well, I
to
guess
you.
it's like LeBron going home. It's like a lot of them going home.
Yeah,
So
listen,
it's fine.
that was the
It's fine.
conversation.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Realistically speaking, though, like I
Only two
think,
of them? I still can't get over you saying that you would only sign two
Who
of them.
else you signing for money? And what money?
Um,
One. You're,
what's the list? What's the
here's
list?
the real.
Okay.
Here's the realistic scenario you're in. One, you're priced out of Jaquan Brisker.
1, 2.
Jaquan Brisker's too good for you to bring him back, money wise.
You think so?
He's going to make 15 plus million.
Even with the cap being
Yes.
elevated.
Jaquan Brisker,
Yes.
we are $13 million over the cap.
that was
With the
9.
cap, yes, we are.
That
With
was
the
9.
cap where it's at right now, we are $13 million over the cap.
By the way, we would have lost 23.
What?
Right now, 23 free agents off the Bears. Jordan McFadden, Joe Tryon, CJ.
Yeah, but there's certain guys you can bring back.
Devin Duvernay.
Devin Duvernay.
Scott
That's my boy.
Daly.
Bring
Daniel
him back.
Hardy.
I'm up to
Jalen
3.
Jones. DeMarco Jackson.
A lot
Deshaun
of-
Wright.
A lot of them was $1 million ones, though.
Elijah Hicks. They are $1 million. Dominic Robinson, but we're 13 over. So we got Nick McLeod, Dominic Robinson, Olamide Zacchaeus,
yeah.
Travis Homer, Jonathan Owens.
And then the whole year, Olamide. The
Case
whole year he
Keenum.
been here, Olamide.
And we said OZ. Durham Smythe, Chris Williams, Andrew
He can go.
Billings,
He can
Ryan
go.
Bates,
He
Jaquan
can go.
Brisker, and Kevin
He
Byard.
might have to go.
What's
Two-
the, what's the statement on the bottom there? Which Bears free agents have to come back?
Well, I
Kevin
think
Byard,
I like Kevin Byard, definitely.
DeMarco Jackson.
I even like Daniel Hardy on special teams. I like him.
That's cool. I'm with it.
Yeah.
Have to come back? Because I love Daniel Hardy too. Me and him, you know, he worked with J Mac in the offseason, yada yada.
I would say we have to have Durham Smythe, and we can move Cole Kmet.
Durham Smythe don't do everything Cole Kmet doing. He not leaving.
Just some blocking.
Cole ain't leaving.
Just some blocking.
It's not just some blocking.
I just want to free up some money.
I know you do.
So are we taking with our decisions? Are we taking restructuring into this free agent who we want back, or we just talking about who we want back
We're
just
doing
right
the
now?
Dodger thing.
Well, I mean, I would assume that there's a restructure to happen with some of these guys, but I'm just saying for me,
You hope.
there's only 2 guys I have to have back this season. I have to have Kevin Byard back as a leader of this team and somebody that makes an impact. I have to have back DeMarco Jackson with T.J. Edwards being banged up.
I'm gonna add one more guy to that. My
Who's
guy
that,
to
Jordan?
the far right. You know, I've told you that I
Braxton
actually
Jones?
like it. No, oh heck no. Absolutely not. He can go.
There's a conversation
go.
on Braxton though with the left tackle being banged up.
Can
All right.
go.
Anyway, you were saying.
All right. One CJGJ.
I like CJ.
I like CJ Gardner Johnson, and I do not like Tyreek Stevenson. I've said it before, And of course, that crap that happened at the end of the year with him celebrating again.
Ran it
Kevin
again.
Byers,
They was killing me in the chat. They was killing me in the chat when I said that game too.
You were here for that? The live?
Yeah. They was killing me in the chat. Talking about, don't bring up the past. I was like, he's doing the exact same thing again.
Same thing.
He ain't learned.
You need to be reprimanded. Like this is a man sport. You're acting like a kid. So again, my whole point is I would bring back CJ as well. I feel like he proved himself. You got him off of the couch, and he proved himself. He has playoff caliber experience. He has Super Bowl experience. Mm-hmm. You bring him back for a year, see what he can do. Even if you let Jaquan go,
yep.
Maybe you try him out at safety.
I was just about to say that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Bring CJ, DJ back and bring him back to safety. You know I can't get it right. Shut up. I've been trying to all year, just can't get it right.
Mr. Who better, do better, everybody who better. Nobody, bro.
Can't get his name right for nothing.
You all CJ, DJ, Joel is
maybe it's a double jizzit.
Oh, here you go. Yep, double it down as usual. Double take Joel.
I quit.
Double.
So what was your football opinion back there, Drew?
My football opinion was
I'm uncomfortable.
I was like, there you go. Bring number. I got one better for it. Bring number 35 back as a safety. I got you. Bring 35 back as a safety.
There you go.
I wouldn't be opposed to him coming back, but I'll tell you what, I saw a lot of CJ, GJ in coverage this year.
Didn't like it. Is that when
he ain't got to be in coverage. He ain't got to be in coverage though, because he was a strong safety. So he'll be there more as a run, a help with the run, and getting the tight end, getting the tight end in coverage.
I'm not mad at
slow.
it. I wouldn't be upset if they brought him
But
back.
I like the dog that he has. Like, we gotta have guys like that.
You
man.
got that in Kyler though.
No, Kyler's.
Who?
I want
Kyler's
more
a dog.
dogs. I want more dogs on the team. But I'm fine with I agree with Joe. Like, I think 2 or 3 guys. I don't think we need all of them because I do think that the Bears have been doing a pretty good job of hitting on these picks in the last couple of years, especially even in the late rounds. So hopefully the scouting department is still intact. We can find some guys that fit this scheme with Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
And we can get some guys that actually get in here with them. We have every pick except the 6th pick.
Yep.
Unless we make another move where we might gain another pick or two. We can
no chance of us drafting a punter.
No, don't we get our pick back from
we already got him.
the Chargers?
Got him.
Don't we get our pick back from the Chargers?
No.
No,
right now we have every pick.
Keenan Allen didn't sign within a timely enough fashion for us to get that pick.
Oh, that's
We just
cheat.
getting
we getting screwed on
with
comp
these
picks.
Boy, I tell you.
Yeah, we're taking a double. Hey, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page.
Oh, wait a minute, Joe. Hey, Joe didn't give his.
Yeah, I know
Joe
what to
didn't give
do.
his opinion on who he want to take.
Oh, Joe want everybody back.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't say that.
No, what'd you say? What'd you want?
No, I kind of agree with you. I mean, it got to make sense. I can see us moving on from Brisker and based off, we got to make some moves on this in our cap space in general. I really want a lot of these guys can go if I can get my defensive end, get my D line upgraded. That's all I care about. Because to your point, if Jalen Johnson goes back to number 1 as a number 1 cornerback in the NFL or top 3 or top 5. Then we don't need some of these guys that we ended up needing to play. It would have been nice to do a sign trade and get some value out of them, but unfortunately they parlayed themselves into getting a contract. So I definitely think we should keep Bayard, but as long as we're drafting Bayard's eventual replacement in the next year or two, because we're going to have to probably draft Brisker's
You're going to have to
replacement.
draft safeties.
And we're going to draft Brisker's replacement this year.
Yeah.
Poles is good drafting defensive backs too.
Huh?
Poles is great drafting defensive backs.
Yeah, I mean, he
Yeah,
drafted
the DB guy. I let the
drafted
DB guy
Kyler and
babysit my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can trust that guy.
Yeah, so the main thing is that you don't have to sign a lot of these guys, which are these are all $1 million fringe players anyways. And until we get to a certain point.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are special.
Bayard is Bayard is a big ticket number, but and Brisker is probably going to command what $15 million a year, something like that.
15 to 17 million.
Yeah, everybody else is $1 million players.
Let's see, NFL safety.
But with Brisker
think
being
the
hurt a
average
lot,
is
would you
top
not
10
think
is
he
in
might
15
give,
range.
depending upon the market, if the market is not for him and he comes back at an incentive-laden contract,
I would love to have him back,
he might sign
He
one of
might
those.
he might feel insulted. Just
No,
like,
it's not. No, it's not.
No. Think about our lineman that went over to Cleveland. We love him.
Over to Cleveland.
Who's our lineman that we had that's always hurt?
Who?
Our draft pick.
Tevin Jenkins?
Tevin Jenkins. Always hurt.
Jeez,
And he went over there in an incentive-laden contract.
Yeah,
So
but
he
the insult
No,
is
he
not to
did
take it easy.
terrible.
Yeah, but the
He was
point,
bad at his
the
job.
point is that he's going to feel insulted because he's going to want to stay here and get the most money, and he's going to go out and try to market out.
And that's what I say. You could try to market
I don't
out
think
and
the
be like,
Bears
go
offered him a
try it.
contract. I
Go
don't think
try
they
it.
insulted
And
him. I think they said, "Hey, we appreciate you. Get up out of here."
Right? No. But it could be just like this, Brisker. Hey, yo, we want you back here. This is what we're looking at based upon injury history. If you find something better, pat you on the back. Have a good game. But if you want to come back here, we'll give you not a disrespectful contract, but in a contract where it's up to the $12 million and you earn your $3 million if you not have as many if you on games played.
I would say
here's where it
Brisker
messes
ain't
up.
the same dude.
Let's listen. It's the best season we've seen him have.
He got
but
better, but he ain't the same.
Jaquan Brisker over Kyle Hamilton. No. Jaquan Brisker over Kirby Joseph.
Yes.
He making $22 million a year. That's the second highest paid DB in football. If you think Jaquan Brisker is better than Kirby
Is he better
Joseph,
than
he's making
Antoine
22.
Winfield Jr.?
Jaquan Brisker better than
When on the
Antoine.
field.
Jaquan Brisker better than Antoine Winfield Jr.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
He's
making
better than
22
Antoine
million.
Yeah.
He making 22 million.
So that's 22 million.
You're priced out.
Give me a
You
couple other
priced out then.
names.
You priced out then.
Buda Baker.
I get that.
30 years old. Derwin James, 30 years old. Let's go
Yes,
similar
yes,
age. I mean, you're essentially saying he's the second best safety in football.
Yeah, because
Hufanga
this
up
is
there. I
23,
think
25
Talanoa,
million.
Hufanga.
Now
is
again,
up there,
this is value wise for what
Yeah.
contracts you're up, but these are the highest paid guys: Kyle Hamilton, Kirby Joseph, Antoine Winfield Jr., Derwin James, Buda Baker, Trayvon Morig, Xavier McKinney,
They might be a tick
Minka
better, but
Fitzpatrick.
if you're talking 20s, then he probably will demand like
Minka
18,
Minka is
17.
more well known though.
16.
Brisker's still on.
And Brisker's way better than Minka. Minka's
Now.
not good.
If you
Now, yeah.
that's
Minka
because you're a
right
Chicago
now is
fan.
not good.
If you're a Chicago fan, then you say yes. But if you're probably
If you're
No,
a
no, no, no.
Pittsburgh
If you
fan,
watch-
who would
yeah,
you rather
you
have?
watch
Jaquan
Minka.
Brisker next
fell off.
year?
No.
Or Minka
not
Fitzpatrick?
Miami Minka.
but they just traded Minka for Jalen Ramsey.
And how you feel about that?
both of them are past their prime.
The issue is that you have
I was
to.
mad about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was mad.
But the issue is you have to invest. The problem is at the time of where Brisker is, you have to now invest in the D line.
Yeah.
We can't invest on the
You can't
secondary
invest in safety
if
because
we
your
can't
D-line
even
ain't
get
right.
our D line to get
Yeah.
any pressure. So unfortunately, he might be the odd man
But
out.
if we go into the D line on draft, then we could potentially spend that money on Brisker.
no, we got to
or
spend the
buyout.
money on probably Hendrickson.
But if we don't get Hendrickson, that because y'all half of the group said no on Hendrickson.
You're already over the cap.
Right.
We're
We
gonna
already
fix the
gonna
cap.
they already gonna restructure Cole to free up that money. They already gonna restructure what's the other dude's name?
You hope that.
You hope that.
maybe
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't
Edmonds
think the
got
plan
17.
is to
Edmonds,
spend.
I'm ready to
And
get
I
rid of
think we
Edmonds.
sign-
Honestly,
think
I
you
want
extend
Edmonds
Edmonds
gone.
to keep him.
I
like
thought we
Edmonds.
didn't even bring that up. I'm ready to let him go.
I don't want to let him go.
I'm ready to let him
Tremaine Edmonds looks
He had-
great
go. And
in
he
his
had
defense.
3 years of trash before that.
Well, we had a trash coach.
He's got a trash coach that we all agree was trash.
That's true too.
And
But nah, the
if
three-
you
three-
extend-
Tremaine
versus
Edmonds
one.
looked great in this defense until he got banged up.
I think if you give him a 4-year contract and extend him, he's 28, and you give him a
Who, Brisker?
No, Tremaine. You give him a
Oh,
4-year deal. By the time he's 32, and it's a team friendly deal in the sense that he's got an extension. That works. I mean, you could drop his cap number from 15 to maybe even 12, or you flip it where you make it a base salary
Maybe.
of this and give him
Possibly.
bonuses.
You definitely should.
all that.
Because he's third highest paid linebacker.
He's the third highest paid linebacker in football. That's kind of crazy.
But it's hard to get your third contract unless you really like
he
that
looked good,
dude.
but he didn't look good for third highest contract. For me.
Right. So
He didn't look like the third highest paid player.
Exactly.
In
That's why I
football.
say cut him.
yeah, I wouldn't say cut him.
Cut
I
him.
would extend him.
Cut him.
Cut him.
Cut him.
Listen, if you can go out and fight, we can't cut him. He's under contract for another year. You keep him. Worst case scenario,
What's
and
his
maybe
cap hit?
restructure.
You extend
Makes
him.
15 next year.
What's his cap hit?
His cap hit is 17 next year.
Okay.
So you re-sign him to get him down to 12.
And in dead money is $2 million. If you cut him pre-June 1st, post-June 1st, $15 million.
Now, but he's
Pre-June
happy.
first
you,
cut?
You give him a 4-year
Could
deal.
be.
He's
June
happy.
first cut.
But he's happy. You got 4 years. That means he's got some sense of continuity and security for another 4 years.
Yeah.
I say you extend him because he did play well to a degree.
He played really good this year. Did I not come here after camp and say, you're going to have to pay Tremaine?
Yeah.
You did.
But you
I
don't
was
have-
leaving Cam going.
But we
He's
don't have to
flying
break,
around.
and we don't have to break the bank for him. But we can keep him here, and if he
Probably the same contract, realistically.
extend him.
that's
and
what I'm
drop
saying.
it
But
a
at
little bit.
$12 million,
3 year or 4 year,
Turn his
15
money
million per.
Turn his money into a signing bonus, then it doesn't and gets removed from the cap.
right? But you get him if he takes the deal where he's here for the next 4 years and he's good to a degree. You can. There's some. They can. Poles can figure it out. But we got to get that D line upgraded big time.
Bottom line to me, with free agency and everything we're talking about, Ryan Poles going to be the most important person in Chicago this next couple of years.
Where's my Poles we trust?
Like I mean, if we being honest, like it's he got to get contracts done right. He's got to get signings figured out. Like there's a lot. No matter what, right? Like even if I think you're not re-signing most of the free agents that you have, I think you have to address offensive tackle at some point.
But you know what's
I think
even
we
more
can
important?
draft.
You know what's even more important than him himself is the assistant GM that he trusts that will keep him in line to not do trick picks like trading up.
Like
for,
Ian Cunningham did.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. I don't
So
know.
that's going to be more important than him himself is his board of
You got to have good
executives.
people in the building.
Exactly.
You got to have
Yeah,
good
but he's
people in the
going to
building.
have his
good
director.
conversation.
The director of college scouting is going to be that guy to help him.
Yeah, it might be
Great-
director of player
Gabriel that we
personnel.
used to
Pro
have.
personnel is going to
Yeah.
help him. Like
I did not like that Gabriel guy. The one that was the one.
Doug
that was-
Gabriel?
Yeah, did not like
Who?
him.
the guy he was on that show.
Oh, Greg Gabriel.
Greg
What,
Gabriel.
Greg
Did I
Gabriel?
say
Yeah.
Doug? Greg Gabriel.
Yeah,
Greg
he
Gabriel-
used to be the head of scouting.
Yeah, he's not in the NFL no more.
I know. I was like, I hated that guy. That's my point.
Jesus, what did you hate Greg Gabriel
on the
for?
show.
Because
What are you
was
saying
on the
me
show.
for?
no. They
What
might-
did he say F
him
me
there.
for?
No, the old personnel because he used to. We didn't draft well, so I don't know if it was him though. It
We
was
didn't
the
draft
old.
offense well.
It-
We
To drive
decent.
offense, well, for
Yeah,
some reason when it
Wait,
got added,
it was over the guy. I thought it was him, but it might not have been the guy that used to be.
he was the head of scouting.
Yeah,
Who's the guy that
other
went
guy.
to Indianapolis? That's the GM.
Oh,
Him.
he was a big Greg Gabriel guy.
Yeah, he was a scout.
Him and Greg worked together for a long time. He was the
Scott-
scout with the Bears.
Scott something.
I thought it was Gabriel, but it must
Ballard?
not. I'm talking about the guy that because we
GM.
drafted a bunch of bad players with
Chris
like
Ballard.
Cade McNown.
Ballard.
Chris
Oh,
Ballard.
Yeah, Ballard.
That's him. That's the guy.
You didn't like Chris Ballard?
No,
He done a phenomenal job with Indianapolis.
but he sucked with us though.
I don't know.
Chris Ballard's pretty good.
I think you could be right that Greg and all them. But I mean, look, the thing is they had to draft the scheme
biggest
that they
issue
had.
that Greg and them had was they drafted Cedric Benson.
No,
When
what's
we
the
had
guy,
Thomas
what's
Jones
the guy
cooking.
that what's the guy that drafted Cade McNown, the guy that drafted
that's not
Tommy
him.
Harris.
Well, he
They-
was.
they
not
all
Tommy
might have-
Harris. The other guy.
He was a scout, but he wasn't
other
the guy that drafted him.
Curtis Enos.
No, Haynes.
Oh,
the guy that
Michael
drafted
Haynes.
Michael Haynes.
Yeah.
That was all of them. The late '90s, early 2000s. They had it was the same head of scouting where they just consistently drafted bad player after bad player after bad player.
I would-
But it
I would
comes
say
down
this.
to the GM making the wrong pick or right pick.
It's a combination of things. If you don't have a
He wouldn't have been on my draft board at all,
If
though.
you don't have a true philosophy, and if the same people are in the room from the last whatever, and they're not actually knowing the scheme that you're supposed to, like, you get the scouts for people that work for what you're doing. So I know these guys can identify the time because we've been running this run zone blocking scheme. We're running the greatest show on turf. I need these type of guys. I need somebody for this West Coast system. So if my scouts have been basically the guys that scouted for a trash offense, how do they know that I need somebody for the cover two, the Tampa 2 defense, yada, yada, yada.
Your scouts are hired by your GM.
Right.
Your scouts are told to go out and do whatever they do based on your GM. It doesn't change based on the coach you have in there.
No, I know. So the point is that when Jerry Angelo came, because that's the
It's
Jerry
Jerry
Angelo
Angelo's guys, yeah.
But how do we know they didn't keep some of those guys? Because
They
you
did.
never know the meddler.
They kept a bunch of
But how do
them
you know the meddlers up top said, I like that guy. We keep that guy. He's been around because he knows my dad.
because they don't know. the scouts.
He knows
I'm
my dad.
gonna
He
tell you
knows-
this
he
right
knows
now.
Papa-
I'm gonna tell you
Papa
this
Bear
right
Hallis.
now. The George Hallis don't know the scouts.
That's what I'm saying is we don't back then we don't know where
He
they are
don't know
now.
Joe Schmo that's scouting the running backs at the Senior Bowl.
But your scouts make
no
all-
disrespect to whoever scouted the Senior Bowl.
Yeah,
I'm just
but the
saying.
point is that the team, everything has to be aligned all the way from the top to the bottom. So the fact that now you have a GM, you have a president, the president to the GM to where we are to the coach, we have a scheme and philosophy they can believe in, and Poles and the credit have been picking pretty good.
Last
Hey.
couple years been solid.
As we've seen. And you look at the picture behind
And we
you.
watched a lot of bad.
Poles
drafts.
is going to be licking his chops this
Excuse
offseason.
me?
He did a great. He's licking his chops.
Okay.
And he's go. Whoa, I didn't do all that. But he is definitely
Pork
going
chops.
to be someone that we
look
have
like
to
the
trust
V of other stuff.
with the process. One more year, okay? He did a good job drafting. I feel like he's going to do a good job of knowing who to keep, who can go, who to restructure, who to draft. It's all going to be beautiful.
It's all gonna be beautiful.
It's all going to be great.
It's all gonna
Beautiful
be great.
draft. Phenomenal draft. Love a draft.
Double draft.
Nothing wrong with the draft. Hey, we appreciate you guys for tuning in, showing love. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. Great page. Phenomenal page. Mexicans. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For the super producer, Joel Holt. Of course, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC. Mr. Drew Better. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better? Nobody, bro. It's your boy, Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bed down. One love. We having a good time,
Oh
man.
my God.
Y'all getting
Back
whooped
at
in
it.
Monopoly tonight, or we going on? Nah, peace.
I got time.
I need some food. I'm hungry.
I feel bad. I gotta cook some dinner with my daughter.
Oh, you gotta leave? You gotta go? Man, I'll go
run
home.
away.
You
Get
want to
out,
play
we?
Monopoly back at the house? We can do that.
I am actually not down to play Monopoly at the
I'm
house.
not opposed.
Right now?
I
Like
wouldn't
good
be
old
opposed to
times,
that.
you know?
I
Like
can
good
cook
old
some dinner.
times.
Do you got a table there that we can
I
sit
have
at,
a
or are we
round
all
table.
sitting on
I
like
got
a
big
couch?
85-inch TV.
And
I
is
got
there-
music? I got everything.
Is there just like a couch of Black
You got some
Panthers?
food in your place.
No, it's not like
There's no food in his house anymore. There's also no liquor.
dinner.
There's no liquor.